Welcome, friends and fans, to another edition of GalaxyCon Live, where we are bringing the convention experience directly to you. First and foremost, welcome. Thank you for joining us here today for this, again, our second episode of this new iteration of GalaxyCon Live. We're going to use this format to announce guests for all of our upcoming live shows. Before I get to that, first of all, I have to give a shout out to all of our friends in Richmond, our last live event. Thank you everyone who attended that show. It was an absolutely amazing weekend that we had there, and I hope we were able to provide that experience to you. As always, thank you for welcoming us back to your community and letting us bring our brand of convention entertainment to you. It was one for the books, and can't wait to see you again, not in a year, but we'll see you again for Richmond Nightmare in October. So stay tuned for all that stuff, and we got some good stuff on the way. And speaking of good stuff, thank you all for joining us here today. We've got some giveaways. We're going to be giving away some passes. We're giving away 2 prize packets, each containing 2 tickets to a GalaxyCon Nightmare or Animate show of your choice. How do you do? Very simple. Down in the description below, you'll have a little portal right there and some options to sign up. You can sign up for our TikToks, sign up for our social media platforms, sign up for our list. If you sign up, you're in the contest, and we will announce that at the end. And speaking of announcements, excuse me, let's go ahead and start us off. We've got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline, so let's go ahead and start off with our friends in Raleigh. July 25th through the 28th, one of our best shows. Well, they're all awesome shows, but this is definitely our biggest show, our 4-day show. And friends, we've got something very, very, very cool set up for you. So we're going to go down a couple of the clues, and we'll bleed on into the announcement video. So first and foremost, this is the cast of a 1996 horror classic directed by Wes Craven. It was considered the first meta-contextual horror movie. Raleigh, get ready for this cast. That's right, Raleigh. Do you like scary movies? Do you like the cast of scary movies? Yes, we have several people from the cast of Scream. It's going to be joining us there that weekend. We've got some amazing, and again, too, that's way, Neve Campbell, of course, the central to it, Skeet Ulrich, and of course, we got Jamie Kennedy. Anybody remember the Jamie Kennedy Experiment? Really, really fun show. And of course, Lee Waddle, who was the body performer of the actual Ghostface. Not the voice of it, but his was the guy in the actual suit running around until, of course, the unmasking at the end. But of course, Ghostface got unmasked several times. But we have this amazing ensemble for you. We are so happy to bring them to you, and we hope you absolutely enjoy them. And of course, always, we have lots of things available ahead of the shows. We have pre-ordering and things like that going on. So if you can't attend this show, I believe we still have autograph options available for them. So that's starting us off, yes, with cast. Okay, now Raleigh, and to everyone else, we're doing multiple rounds, multiple announcements. So if you're on a Raleigh market, stick around. We have more for you. Oh, we have something else. Okay, just keep yourself going with this. Okay, we're going to keep doing that. We're going to move on to Oklahoma City come May 24th through 26th. All right, who have we got? Well, she's an actress whose body of work includes the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Matilda. That's right. Oklahoma City, get ready for this amazing guest. That's right, Mara Wilson. She is absolutely lovely. I've had the pleasure of hosting her at one of our other shows. She's absolutely delightful, really kind to her fans, and of course, Matilda is so seminal for if you were a kid at that time. And of course, who doesn't love Mrs. Doubtfire as well too? She does other great body of work as well too. So yes, Mara Wilson. We're gonna get ready for her. And since we got a lot to go on, let's keep this going on. All right, I mentioned our Nightmare shows. We have several. We have one Nightmare weekend going back to our friends in Des Moines, September 27th through the 29th. You ready for this one? She's an actress and a dancer whose accolades include a Bronze and Silver Award at the Dance World Cup, the Netflix series Sweet Tooth, and she was the title character of this film. Get ready for this one. That's right, Amy Donald, the title character of Megan, the sinister robot companion gone slightly awry. This was a real sleeper hit. It was kind of below the radar, and word of mouth, of course, carried this over, and now it is on its way to being a modern horror classic. And this is what we're so proud to bring this to you as well too. She hasn't done too many appearances. I've never worked with her before. I'm hoping I could host her at our stages, but she's absolutely going to be there and be there for autograph opportunities and photo opportunities. So get ready for that. And also at the same show, we're going to have another one. Ready for this? He is an actor and a stuntman whose works include Superman 3, The 13th Warrior, a classic movie I adore, and he is known for the title role of Jason Voorhees. And we know there have been many, many, many fine actors and stunt players who have played that role, but he's similarly known for this in the 2003 classic of this film. Get ready for this, Nightmare. That's right, Ken Kirzinger. Ken Kirzinger, who has had a really, really solid career doing a lot of stunt work, so many film and television, has some fantastic work. Ooh, what do we have here? Greg Smith. Can't wait about your GalaxyCon Columbus. Well, Greg, so glad to have you. That one, Columbus, was a real sleeper hit for us. For myself, I have to say, I expected it to be good. I did not expect Columbus to knock it out of the park like you all did. And tell you what, speaking of Columbus, let's go ahead and do a Columbus announcement. Columbus this year, December 6th through the 8th. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be a fun one. From Adult Swim to the multiverse and beyond, this is a cast of an animated series that has been brilliantly hysterical in dismantling science, philosophy, and tropes of science fiction with a rare intelligence seen in a lot of modern writing, and as well as a lot of drunk and fart jokes. Grab your portal gun, Columbus, and get ready for this cast. That's right, Columbus. We are bringing the cast of Rick and Morty. We have Ian Cardone, the voice of Rick Sanchez. We have Harry Belden, the voice of Morty Smith, the good and the bad version, of course. Spencer Grammer, the voice of Summer Smith, the sister, and of course, Kari Wahlgren, wonderful actress. I've worked with her before as the voice of Jessica, Morty's lost love, as he continues to lose her again and again throughout the multiverse and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, Rick and Morty, again, another series that just absolutely does, every time you think you got it figured out, they somehow level it on up, and I'm really psyched for this gathering. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, we got anything from the Peanut Gallery? Any comments? Any fun? Anything crazy like that?
We have a lovely question here. What's your favorite anime that you like?
Ooh, okay, all right. Jonathan, I will break it down in decades because I'm old like that. Okay, my earliest favorite anime from, we'll say, the 70s will be Speed Racer. My favorite from the 80s would be Star Blazers, better known by its original Japanese name, Space Battlecruiser Yamato. In the 90s, it was the miniseries Giant Robo, which I think is one of the most brilliant and incredibly underrated animes of all time. In the double aughts, I'll say they did a great adaptation of Golgo 13, which is a very grounded sort of spy series. In the 10s, that's a long list. Well, I'll say by default, did My Hero come out in 19? Did it start? No?
My Hero came out in I don't know, maybe 6
6 years. Well, 6 years ago would have been 2019.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah, then that counts.
yeah. Okay.
Right, that counts. And of course, I can always default to say One Piece because it's been on forever, and we hope it continues on forever. So, all right, hope you got that. All right. Oh, Isaac. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right, right on. All right, what do we have next? Oh, we're gonna go to San Jose, which is gonna be August 16th and through the 18th. And who do we have here? Oh, yes, this one. He is an actor and a proponent of scientific awareness, and he does a lot of work in that, and I find this very admirable, and I will always speak to that every time I've worked with him. And I have worked with him before. He's a wonderful person. I want to give it away. His body of work includes several collaborations with Joe Dante, which are the film Inner Space, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, and to Star Trek fans, he is known as the emergency medical hologram on Star Trek Voyager. Get ready for this. Yes, Robert Picardo, and if you haven't already, you're a Star Trek fan, check out his YouTube channel. But obviously, you want to hit subscribe to ours, but check out his YouTube channel. During lockdown, he was doing a bunch of really hysterical videos where he was sort of satirizing himself, and he played this sort of debonair character and this over-the-top Italian accent, and it was incredible. A lot of fun. Yes, Universal Blue, absolutely, Robert. And ask him anything you want about his body of work, but if you really want to get his attention, just ask him, so what's going on in science? And he and Bill Nye, the science guy, are besties, and he can talk to you about everything going on, and that's what I love about him, because every time I work with him, I don't need to read Scientific American. I can just ask, so Robert, what's going on with the Hubble side of it? All right, I'm getting the high sign. We got something?
So I saw a question here, and I'm sorry I missed it, but they're asking if San Jose is going to be a every year thing, and we want to answer that question. San Jose is going to be we have the
yes
3 years.
Yes, our contract right now stands for 3 years, and we certainly hope to extend that. Brand new market for us. We're so looking forward to going on out there. This is our first West Coast show, and I don't think we've ever been past the Mississippi. I could be wrong. My geography is terrible. Oh, we have there. Oh, what's my fave animated film? Oh, Tay. All right, Tay. I'll break this down. Let's say Western animation. My favorite animated film. I think I've got to go with Snow White. You know, it was just such the impossible dream that it got made to the quality that it did, and it changed animation as we know. Modern wise, I'll say Rock and Rule, another independent one from the 80s, and there might be a few more. But Gabriel, what you got? What about Oklahoma City? Well, I think we've got. What about Oklahoma City? Oh no, yes, Oklahoma City is another. If you mean, is it a one and done? No, we have at least 3. You're only at 3, right? Usually we do 3. You do 3 like this. My producer is going like this, and so I don't know if she's
Sign language.
right. I'm sorry. So 3 anyway. We're on the air. Anyway, yes. 3-year contract exists for that one as well, so we're looking forward to starting that. And again, that does not mean that when those 3 years are done, we're going to move on. We absolutely want to continue serving all of our new markets, as well as the ones we continue to build on, as well as our established ones. And speaking of our established ones, I think we're going to go back to Raleigh. Oh, we have something right there. If I were to make fan art, how would I be able to give it to you at a convention? Wait, to me?
Fan art of you.
Oh, I'm around. Just look at the schedules, and I'm usually doing the costume contests and stuff like that. If you want to look me up on social medias, usually that day I'll put up my schedule at our shows and whatnot, and just I'll be around. I'm wearing my ridiculous. Follow the trail of the candy wrappers, since I'm the guy who always hands out the candy and things like that. So, but yeah, just look for me, the guy with the bad haircut and the silly glasses. All right, going to Raleigh. We've got another announcement for our friends there, and this is another really fun one too. This is a this is a cast announcement. It's a show based on the beloved animated series brought to live action by Netflix. It has been getting major acclaim and major support from the fandoms that have given it a thumbs up, saying, yes, this is an absolutely worthy adaptation. And again, kudos to Netflix for really buttoning down, learning from their previous mistakes, and really going forward to bring accurate and fandom compliant, for lack of a better term, adaptations of these animated classics. So, Raleigh, get ready for this cast. Yes, Yozula, the voice of Elizabeth, and Chongsuki, the voice of Maria. And also, as an add-on as well, we've already announced this, but we also have Ian Owsley, the voice of Sokka, as well, joining us. So we've got a trio going on for Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action version, and stay tuned, as always. Things could happen, and we'll just sort of leave it at that. All right, we mentioned Oklahoma City earlier. Oklahoma, you ready for another round? All right. This one is this was a personal friend. This guy's this is a buddy of mine because we're kind of in the same area, and I'll give you another clue. He's from Orlando. He's a musical artist, actor, and an entrepreneur. His body of work includes My Big Fat Greek Wedding, all three of them. Made an appearance on The Masked Singer, and he was the baritone of In Sync. Oklahoma City, get ready for this guest.
Still think it's a boy band member. Still got to be a boy band.
Really?
Wake me up when it's all over. When I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost.
Joey Fatone, absolutely. One of really the most nicest and grounded and just coolest guys I've ever worked with. He is so great to his fans. He is so giving, and he is just so approachable. And he's just a chill, relaxed sort of guy. He's not somebody you would probably expect from all those time doing the thing that as the teen heartthrob as he is. He's the first one to admit that, yeah, I'd rather be the adult heartthrob that I am now. So that's his words, not mine. But anyway, Joey Fatone, absolutely wonderful guy. Going on up. What do we have? Oh, Mandarin Wilson. Glad to have that too. All right. If got anything else from the Peanut Gallery we want to share? Or if not, I can move on back to Nightmare Weekend Des Moines. All right, we're going back to our friends in Des Moines. Oh, by the way, it's Nightmare Weekend, September 27th to the 29th. And you may have noticed we also have another event. We have Animate Des Moines the same weekend. Yes, we are doing 2 themed shows at the same place at the same time. And sometime we'll have that. But right now we're doing announcements on Nightmare Weekend. But yes, GalaxyCon is crazy enough that we're going to have an animation show and a horror show side by side in the same venue, and I'm really going to be interesting to see the cross-pollination of fandoms, so I'm psyched about that. So, this announcement. All right, this is another cast announcement. This is a feature film written by screenwriter Jeffrey Riddick, who I just had the pleasure of meeting just a few weeks ago. This is a horror film from 2000 that started a franchise that made us all absolutely paranoid about the Innocuous. And that's another clue, and as soon as you see this, you'll know why. Des Moines, get ready for this! That's right, we're going to have Deb Sama, played the character Alex Browning, and Kara Smith of Carter Horton. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I really do like the Final Destination ones. I really like the crazy, just one thing drops and then leads to this, and leads to this, and leads to this, and the next thing you know, somebody's on fire. It had a really good inventiveness, and I think that sort of held to it. I think they're up to like Final Destination 6 now, know, something like that. Somebody in the Peanut Gallery looked that up for me. So, oh, I love. Oh, Sarah. Oh, thanks for joining us. Speaking of the Peanut Gallery, we got anything anybody wants to share, ask, or should we go ahead and move on? All right, we'll move on. Okay, let's swing back to our new friends in San Jose. August 16th through the 18th. This is another cast announcement, and this is another great one. Coming from the Walt Disney Renaissance era, this 1997 classic taught us all to go the distance. And that's all the last clue I'm going to say. San Jose, get ready for this cast. That's right, Hercules, or as the Muse called him, Hunkules. We have Tate Donovan, who recently we saw him in the Leftovers, that holiday film that's got a lot of really, really good critical attraction. Personally, I will always love him from Space Camp, but he has gotten a tremendous body of work, and we've hosted him virtually. I'm so looking forward to serving him again on that stage, and also the incredibly talented, incredibly lovely Susan Egan, who she actually wears 2 princess crowns in the Disney Pantheon. One as, of course, the voice of Meg from Hercules, but she was also Belle in the original Broadway cast adaptation of Beauty and the Beast, Disney's version. So she might have some stuff like that. So if you're a fan of Broadway and stuff like that way too, please, by all means, ask her about that body of work, part of her body of work, because she would love to talk about that. And of course, she was in one of my all-time favorite comedies, an obscure little black and white indie film called Man of the Century. It's out there. Find it if you can, and you can thank me later. All right. What do we have next? Do we have yeah, we wanted to talk about Richmond. Right. To all our friends in Richmond. Okay, here's going on. We just got done with you, so we're talking almost a year out. So we have plans in the works. We have contracts, though, that has to be signed, so we can't announce anything here until it's set in stone. I know we said we have Nightmare Weekend coming up as well, and you'll find out in our next episode. We'll probably drop some announcements, but let me tell you something. Really, really, really good things are in the works. And just tune in next time, and I promise we'll give you some snippets of that. I think folks want to know about wrestling?
Wrestling in Oklahoma.
Oh, wrestling in Oklahoma. Wrestling guests or FSCW?
Yes.
Oh, wrestling guests. We're always incredibly supportive of our wrestling fandoms, and of course, you know, obviously with FSCW, when we run along with that way too. Short version, again, stay tuned. And I know that may seem glib or something like that, but trust me, we will have wrestling guests up there. We'll have some of the classics and classic competitors, and some of the new folks from various federations. So stay tuned. Trust me, though, look at this way, too. And as well, we're getting our feet wet with this. This is our second episode. So we got all these big guests, animation guests, and we're also going to start sneaking in, yes, wrestling guests, animation, and we're going to start hopefully announcing some of our comic book guests as well. That's something that I've been really pushing for. So bear with us. It's our second episode. We're still trying to figure this out and all that fun stuff. So, oh, my favorite comic book adaptation. Ooh. Comic book adaptation. Okay, I will go with Captain America, the First Avenger, because I think Chris Evans walked the razor's edge with that performance. Captain America is a very, very tricky character to do, because if you play him too soft, he's like this milk-drinking, stop her before she detonates a doomsday bomb. I can't hit her, that's a girl. Or he plays this jingoistic, sort of hard sort of thing. But I thought Chris Evans did it right, and of course the direction by Joe Johnston was brilliant. So yes, I will go on record and say Captain America, the First Avenger is my favorite. Oh, what do you enjoy most about hosting? I enjoy exploring my curiosity. I enjoy exploring the guests' curiosity. I like to bring up, if you've seen me do this either live or on our GalaxyCon Live, the first edition, I like to talk to people about a little bit about the road less traveled. It's easier for me to stand up there and talk to Brent Spiner about Star Trek, but I got a chance to talk to him about his Broadway work. I had a chance to talk to him about his amusement park work. He designed a Wild West show when he was first starting his career in his teenage years and stuff like that. And yes, absolutely talk about the big thing. Talk about the Star Trek. Talk about all this stuff. And also, I enjoy hosting our audiences. I enjoy going out there. I love greeting everybody, and they come up to that microphone, and I'm like, hey, what's your name? What do you want to know? I love talking to people about their cosplay that they brought there that day. I love serving them. I love serving the curiosity. I love serving our guests, and I love being this facilitator, goofy guy. And I love giving away candy, so what can I say? All right, I think we got anything else? You want to do... you want to do the giveaway? Okay, we're gonna do some giveaway announcements, and then we have our final announcements. So, everyone in our chat room, our winners of this giveaway are, our first winner is Hunter Jackson. So, Hunter Jackson, if you are there, go ahead and how do they redeem these? We're going to email you, Hunter. And our second winner is going to be Elizabeth Massey. So Hunter and Elizabeth, we're going to send you an email, and we're going to let you know, okay, you're going to get 2 passes to any GalaxyCon, Animate, or Nightmare Weekend of your choice. Look forward to seeing you there, and please, by all means, if you see me, let me know, hey, I'm Hunter, hey, I'm Elizabeth, we saw you guys. So very cool. More Raleigh announcements? Yes! We are closing out with another Raleigh announcement, and I think this one is going to be a pretty big doozy. All right, you all ready for this? He is an actor whose body of work includes Wing Commander, She's All That, Scooby-Doo, and in Raleigh, he joins his castmates from Scream. Raleigh, you're welcome.
Now you gotta die. Those are the rules.
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you here, Mike. The wings, them peppers is like hot.
That's right, Raleigh. So we're getting a really huge, not only a reunion of Scream, but we also got Matthew Lillard, who again, a major part of Scream, but also again, just a huge body of work, and he really is a really cool, really awesome guy. So we're so glad to be having him at our show. So glad that you're going to get this opportunity to talk to him and get an autograph, get a picture, or just say hey. So speaking of all that, we got any closing out business there, gang?
I think we're good to go.
You think we're good to go? All right. Well, wait, what was that? Matthew is the best. Yes. Oh, well, Mandarin, I've met him briefly too. Hopefully I get a chance to do this. Matthew, Zosis? Sorry. Sweetest kind of, all right, he's amazing. All right. Well, Zosis has spoken, and I think we're going to close out with that. Big thanks to everybody for tuning in today. We are going to do this again in a few weeks. Again, please sign up if you haven't signed up already for our email newsletter, social media outlets, all that fun stuff. Please do so. That way you'll get it, keep abreast of everything we got going on here. I want to thank all my producing team. Give a shout out to them. They're off the side there. Woo! And all that stuff. And as always, everybody, thank you for tuning in with us today. And sorry about the little maybe bumps here and there. Like I said, it's our second episode, and we're just going to try to keep it better. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. And as always, have a great week. Look forward to seeing you next time. And remember, friends, smiles are free. Spend them often. Bye-bye and take care.
Now we're clear.
All right.